It's important to get the right windows to keep the home comfortable and warm. Jesse and Mel head to the Surf Coast to see a stunning home in a similar climate that solves this very problem.
Michael, this space is absolutely incredible, and I know that Greg and Suzanne would take so many points from this home, particularly the black butt flooring. And I know for a fact that they were wanting to put in that circular fireplace that you've installed.
A lot of thought went into different aspects that we wanted in a coastal design, and so we felt the timber was a great starting point, and then trying to complement it from there. And then I guess looking for a colour scheme, so we went with a bit of the black and the white, so that was a specific choice that we made. Obviously there's different variants you could go with in the coastal designs. Yeah, you can see that in the different features, so the windows we've got in the black, a lot of the light fixtures we've got in the black.
Especially the kitchen, I love a black kitchen. And it's hard to pull off a black kitchen, but you've done it well because you have such a big space with natural lighting, you've done the walls white, the timber, it all incorporates and it works really well together. Being so close to the coast, did you have to take a lot of consideration for that in the build?
Yeah, certainly finishes, the materials that we used externally, we really had to be conscious of that. The windows, so the UPVC, they stand up really well. Corrosion with the weathering, so maintenance-wise, they really stand up in that space. Painting, the timber that we use, it's all something we have to be conscious of.
You've obviously been a builder for quite a while, and I noticed that in your own home you used the Ultimate windows.
Yeah.
You could have chosen any brand, but was that specific for a purpose?
Yeah, it was. We've dealt with a couple of different manufacturers in that space with the UPVC, and they tick the boxes in a lot of areas. So we love the profile that they've got in this particular window, so it suits the style of homes that we're doing really well. The performance, so they get a really low U value, which is something that we're really keen and interested on when we're designing and also looking at the performance of our houses. So it's a really key factor in that.
Well, I noticed the latch on the end of the door and then the big handle. It looks as though it almost pulls it shut. You don't just shut it and lock it, it looks like it pulls it airtight.
Yeah, so especially these big doors, they're lift and slide, so you have to have the lever to operate. The mechanism lifts the door up so that it's on the rollers while it's operating, and then when it's closed, you lift the lever up, and then it goes down on all the seals, so it's all really airtight. They are really well sealed, so we do a lot of high performance and passive houses, and that's a critical feature of all the windows that you use in that space, that they are well sealed, because we need to get a certain air pressure testing done, and it has to meet a 0.6 air changes per hour.
Well, Greg and Suzanne are very exposed to the elements where they are in Flinders, and they were asking us about how they could build more sustainably. So we'll definitely mention the Ultimate windows to them, because I think that could absolutely help what they're trying to do down there.
Yeah, definitely.
Ultimate windows are the perfect insulation for this house. I can't hear wind, I can't hear any sound outside, and the best thing, it's so warm and cosy inside.
It's going to be perfect for Greg and Suzanne because we know that they're in Flinders, which is really exposed to the elements.
Suzanne really wants a coastal vibe, and I can tell from being at this house we're going to incorporate the timbers, the timber joinery, the white, you need light space, even some black. Black actually is very coastal, it's modern coastal, and we hope to bring that back for them.